and welcome back. I told you we were going from Megatronics to music, and that's what we've done. And I'm so thrilled to have with me Sarah Pearson today, and she is the conductor and director of the Cleveland Pops group, but she also has a whole lot of other irons in the fire.
Yes.
And so I want her to start by telling us Thursday and Friday we have something coming up, so let's start with that.
Sure. Thursday and Friday this week, April 27th and 28th at 7 p.m. both nights. The Cleveland Orchestra will be in Chattanooga at the Center for Creative Arts, collaborating with their modern dance company, Karen Wilson
neat.
and Jessica Bowman, their dance troops, ballet and modern dance. So super excited about that. The orchestra will be in the pit doing major work by Prokofiev's Cinderella Suite.
Wow.
Movements from that, as well as Rimsky-Korsakov's Serbian Fantasy.
Ooh.
And the orchestra will be doing several other works on their own. So we're super excited about this collaboration.
Now tell me about what is the Cleveland Orchestra, because that's different
Sure.
from Cleveland Pops.
Yes,
So-
they're two separate groups.
Right.
The Cleveland Orchestra and Chorus of Tennessee was founded a year ago, June. I had a vision to see an orchestra come to our area. And so through a rehearsal setting, we did a test run to see if it would go. And this past September, we kicked it off and have just completed our first inaugural season. These two concerts, Thursday and Friday night, will be our end of our season. So we're super excited about what's
That's
happened.
fantastic. Now, when you say orchestra, I'm envisioning violins,
Yes.
cellos,
Yes. Yes,
you
all
know,
of it.
all of
Yes,
that,
yes.
plus your flutes and your horns and everything.
Exactly.
So, how many people are we talking about?
Right now, we're about 40 people.
Okay.
And to go from nothing to having 40 people,
That's
it's
wonderful.
been amazing. And it's the majority of the players are all local Cleveland people. There are a few that drive from Chattanooga, or myself, I live in Ottawa. So it just kind of depends. But for the most part, we're all from Cleveland. So we wanted it to be Cleveland's orchestra that they could be proud of, that they have their own orchestra.
That is super. I'm excited about that, because I wasn't really aware till you and I started talking about the Cleveland Orchestra, and that is Thursday and Friday of
Correct.
this week, and it's
Yes.
in Chattanooga
Yes.
at the
the Center for Creative Arts. It's downtown. Like if you were on the North Shore, across the river, you would go that direction, and it's off of Dallas Road. If you go to ChattanoogaNow.com, they have the event on there posted as
Super,
well, and our
super.
Facebook page as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. And now let's move into that's Thursday and Friday,
Right.
and then Sunday.
Yes.
You have another event here,
Correct.
actually in Cleveland. So let's
Yes,
talk about it.
the Cleveland Pops. I've been the music director for them for the last 3 years, finishing this season out, and we end our normal season Sunday at 3 p.m. at Cleveland State at George R. Johnson Theater, and we're doing all movie, blockbuster, and Disney music. So
sounds
all
so
the things
much
that
fun.
everyone loves. Super excited about that music by John Williams, Star
Love
Wars.
John Williams, yes.
We have Pirates of the Caribbean music from Dances with Wolves.
Oh, neat.
So much variety to it, you know.
And I
So
think I
super
read in the
excited about
banner
that.
again. I'm giving y'all a plug, but I think you said some Disney music
Yes,
too.
Disney music
Okay.
too, and we have Cleveland State's vocal group coming, and I have two guests, Johnny Krause and Mary Beth Torgerson, singing specials as well. So super excited.
Super. Now this is at 3:00 Sunday
Yes.
on the campus of Cleveland State in the
Yes.
George R. Johnson
Yes.
Cultural Center, and this concert is free.
Yes, we just ask for donations. It's through donations that we are able to operate. Yes.
And that's wonderful. Now, I will tell you that I'm a slacker. I was with, when it was called the Cleveland Community Concert Association, I was with that group, and I played last chair flute. Didn't make any difference how many flautists there were. I was last chair. And I
Right.
told them, I said, don't mind playing here. I'm going to last chair. Because if there's a third part flute, I'm going to play third part. If there's second, I'm going to play that. And I enjoyed it, because the thing about it was I had not picked up my flute since high school.
Right.
And I know my mother spent a small fortune then on that flute. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. It's just that time got away with me. So the Cleveland Pops is all volunteers.
Yes, and so is the Cleveland Orchestra.
Okay.
For now, we're working towards getting to where we hope in the next year or two to be able to pay the orchestra at professional levels. But the Cleveland Pops is for everyone. We do hold auditions for chair placement in the fall, but as far as we welcome everyone that are able to play, and I kind of hear them and see where we can put them so they'll feel the best about what they're doing. Yeah.
And if you had an instrument in high school and still have that, or if you played in a college band or orchestra, then you need to come join this group, because
Exactly.
honestly, they have a great time. And you used to practice on Monday nights at Cleveland High School. Is that
We
what you
still do.
Okay.
Yes, we still do. The orchestra rehearses on Thursday night. I teach as an adjunct faculty at Cleveland State, and Dr. Seymour has graciously undergirded us and Cleveland State in this adventure, so we rehearse there on Thursdays.
Fantastic. And I had no idea this was going to be Cleveland State Day, but there we go. And that's okay. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So if anybody out there wants to come join, now don't come join right now, folks, because the concert's going to happen Sunday. But it is open to everyone in the community that actually can play, thinks they can play an instrument.
Yeah, would love to have them. They can. I have some that contact me through my my own personal website. Both groups have their websites being finalized right now, and they'll be able to contact us. But we do have Facebook pages for both groups.
Okay, so we have the Cleveland Orchestra and Cleveland Pops.
Yes.
Now, Sunday is not the last opportunity for them to hear Cleveland Pops, because there's 2 more concerts coming up.
Right. We have our 3rd annual Greenway Festival. 3 years ago, when I started as a music director for the Pops, I wanted something that each year that we could culminate our season with, and so we do it out on the Cleveland Greenway. Our first year was super fun, especially the one night that I decided to go ahead and try to have it, and we got rained out. It didn't work out so well. Hard lesson learned.
Yes.
But it's been wonderful the last 3 years, and we're super excited about the season. Our May the 22nd at 7 p.m. on the Greenway. It's a Monday evening, and we'll do the same package we're doing this Sunday. So we'll have a lot of the blockbuster and movie music. And then on May the 29th, it's Memorial Day weekend, our patriotic concert featuring honoring our vets and people that have served.
And that is wonderful. Now, are you going to do it from the pavilion like you did last year?
Yes.
You know, the stage is not...
It's not big enough for us. We're too big.
That's a shame. When we were building the stage, and I was on the initial committee about the stage, we knew that it needed to be larger, but because of the fact that it's wetland over there in some places, couldn't be any bigger. So, but the pavilion was great. So, and it was wonderful.
Well, when I first took on the group, it would have worked great because we had about 23 players, but now we're running almost close to 50.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we don't quite fit there. But the pavilion works well because it gives us shading from all the sun, so it's great.
And everybody needs to bring your own chair.
Yes.
Because we just set up folding chairs out there and listen to the music.
Exactly.
And it's great. Now, I know you say the one on the May 22nd is going to be basically what you're doing Sunday.
Yes.
But now, patriotic, what do you, I mean, last year's patriotic was awesome.
It'll be very similar to it. We'll have a lot of the same pieces, actually, just because we only get to do them once a year.
Absolutely,
and they're just wonderful works to have. So pretty much probably the similar program, maybe a few extra surprises thrown in there, but yeah.
And I'm trying to remember if last year you did recognition of the armed services.
We did.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, we will.
So if you are a veteran of the 4 main branches of service and the Coast Guard, which actually is a branch of the Treasury Department, that's okay. We're going to count that. I mean, we do that. Anytime we recognize 5 branches.
Right.
So you come on out and you'll get to stand up when they play your song.
Exactly.
And we hope you recognize your song. But it's just a wonderful event, and everybody had on the red, white, and blue.
Yes.
It was super, absolutely super. So both of those they're not actually sponsored by the Greenway.
No. We have to sign up to get the space. So no, we do it all of ourselves. We would love to have future support and really make it a true festival and have others join us. But this is how you start things.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
And you have to start small sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, are you all a 501c3?
The Cleveland Pops is, because they've been established for over 10 years and we're much more. And so yes, the Pops is, the orchestra is not. So we are just still in the beginning stages of everything with it, but it's doing well.
And either one of those, I'm sure that Sarah would take donations.
Oh, yes, definitely, yes.
And like she said, Sunday's concert is free, but they will take donations and also sponsorships, because normally you have a program.
We do, and we have shout-outs and ads, and the same thing for the Cleveland Pops. For the Cleveland Orchestra, excuse me. We're actually all summer going to be collecting ads and sponsorships for the whole season, because we're going to make a booklet so that you could be, you advertised every concert we do next year. We're super excited about that.
That is so neat, because a friend of mine who doesn't play last year flute, she sits on up the flute. Anyway, she came by the Red Ribbon, and I sponsored something, and I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what I did, but that's okay because I think it's wonderful because having been exposed to music all of my life, I realize how important that is.
It really is. It's life-changing, and people, I think they take it for granted because I have my students when I teach music appreciation do a survey, for a couple of days, write down every time you hear music, and they're like, oh, I hear it in the car. But they come back and they always say, wow, it is really everywhere. Yeah, it is. It permeates our lives, and we don't even realize the impact and difference it makes.
I went to a Easter luncheon the other day, and of course, me being kind of music-minded, they were playing Christmas music. And I thought, well, now this is strange, but I just kept on, and I didn't want to say anything because I thought nobody else may even notice what's going on. But I
you
was
picked up on it, going,
Christmas
that's wrong
music.
season.
I'm thinking, okay, wrong season. That's okay. It's music. And today, when I was in Dayton having lunch with my girlfriends, there was music going in the background.
Yeah.
So we have music a lot.
Exactly.
Absolutely a lot. Now we have. I know when I was in the Cleveland Pops. There's flutes, there's clarinets, there's bassoons, there's trumpets, is
Trombones,
there anything you don't
saxophone.
want?
No, well, the strings would need to come with the orchestra.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So we can always use more in every instrument area. That's the great thing about the Cleveland Pops, that there's no limit. The orchestra is a little bit more limited in the winds and the brass and the percussion, but strings definitely could use more of them as well.
Now, let me ask you, high school students, do you take those in the Cleveland Pops?
We do. We have several, and we actually have some that drive up from Georgia that are from Fort Oglethorpe High School that play with us, yeah.
Do they get any kind of high school credit for that, or do you know?
I'm not sure. I know, we have my alma mater, Lee University, where I did my master's. We have several students that come and get community service for doing it, service hours. Yeah, so we love having them all, and I appreciate their contribution.
That is fantastic. And so any of you high school people out there who, now are you going to do this summer?
No, we take a break.
Okay.
We'll end both seasons this month, and then we take a break. August, we'll send out announcements about auditions and whatnot, and we actually have some exciting things about next season that are upcoming for both groups. I can tell you a little bit of the Cleveland Orchestra. We're going to start our first annual concerto competition for area students and adults. It'll be a 2-division competition with 3 prizes for each one, with a concert in February to feature the winners.
Neat.
Yeah, so super excited about that, and we'll have a Mass Messiah sing-along for community choirs.
Fantastic.
To feed into our Cleveland Orchestra and Chorus that we'll do in November before Christmas gets busy. So,
Yes, because that does
and then of course our masterwork concerts, and we're working on a big end of the season gala to fundraise for the orchestra.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and then the Pops, we have exciting things planned as well. We're doing a concert of decades. Of music from all the decades that we can find stuff for, and people can come dressed up for whatever decade they want to be a part of.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
Because I know when I used to do the community chorus in Sweetwater, we did the 20th century celebration. We started back 1900 to 1910 and 1910 to 20.
Right.
Some great music.
Yeah. So
from those areas. Now, you say audition, and everybody immediately goes, oh, can't do that. So explain just a little bit about audition.
Sure. Well, on the Cleveland Orchestra, we have very few places that are open right now because everyone wants to be a part of it and are super excited. So those will be posted if we have openings. But strings, I think we have a few openings in that. Now, for the Pops, it's anybody and everybody. Typically, in the Pops, those that audition are those that really want first, second, third chair, like marching order kind of thing that they want.
Not me. Okay.
Gotcha. Those that don't audition, you still in the group. You just go where I place you, kind of thing.
Very good.
So,
Sarah, it's been wonderful having you on with me today, talking about the music and all of the exciting things that are happening. Any last-minute things you'd like to say to our audience?
I don't think so, but please come out and support us. These groups are here for our community. This is for. That's why we rehearse every week. We want to share our gifts with Cleveland.
And so Thursday and Friday, you can go to Chattanooga and hear the big orchestra with strings and all of that.
Yes.
And then Sunday at 3 o'clock, George R. Johnson Cultural Center at Cleveland State. And we're going to hear movie tunes.
Yes.
And it's free.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, we're super excited that we can offer that to the community and be able to continue. Yeah.
And that is just great. And Sarah, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you so
with
much.
me.
I appreciate it.
If I can whittle out some Monday nights, I'll come back and join you. But
we'd love to have you.
Right now, they're not there. But Folks, it's been a great day here at Nancy's Neighborhood, but I'm going to come back and tell you about some things that are going to be happening, and I will remind you again about Sarah's concert, and so don't go away, so be sure you stay tuned, watch our commercials, support our sponsors, and come back and see what else is happening in Cleveland-Bradley County.